They come and they go before you know. Oh, be here and now.
Hello, today we're gonna do something different. I came for a different adventure. I'm gonna interview these two guys that want to change the world through breathing and ice bath. Hello.
Hello, kia ora.
This is their van.
How are you?
Good, and you? I want to show you a bit more inside.
Yeah, come on
And we're gonna start the interview. How are you feeling? People from Chile is gonna see you. Have to learn Spanish.
So excited.
Gracias.
Gracias. Blue and Rai are two guys that I met here on the Gold Coast. I did a workshop of breathing and ice bath with them, and it was amazing. So I wanted to share with all you, like my country, everyone that follows me because of my pictures.
So I spent like my whole life working towards becoming a professional rugby player, and I finally got there and I realised that, this isn't what I really want inside. And so I couldn't let go of it because I'd spent so much time of my life and energy working towards that, and I found myself in a really negative place and a low vibration, low energy, and ended up getting really sick. I got an infection in the brain and I was in a coma for 3 days. So I nearly died, and I feel like, looking back, I know that this was the universe saying to me, what is it going to take for you to start listening to yourself and knowing that, this path is not for you. Yeah, so this 1 hour breathwork workshop just transformed my entire perception on life. And from that day, I knew I had this message. I had to share it with everyone. I was like, how does not everyone know about this?
Look, this is what happened to me when I went to your workshop.
Yeah, literally. It's like we are so powerful.
Yeah,
and sometimes
so
we just
cool.
need to breathe to see that.
Yeah.
This morning I felt a lot less lighter and just free.
Light and amazing, really clear. I actually brought my neighbour today. It was her first time. She feels a lot lighter and she loves it. I can see her bouncing around at the moment.
I feel a lot lighter and I feel just overwhelmed with happiness and a lot of love too.
I guess for me the essence of the beginning was a pile up of stored emotion and suppressed emotion, and to the point where my body was starting to react and starting to say, listen to me, I had the panic attacks. And then I had to look inward and start to listen to my body. The first thing that I did was spoke out about it. I went to a psychologist and just spoke and just talked about everything going on with my life. And for me, that was a huge part of my journey, was just speaking out. And that's why I'm so passionate about creating a space like that for people just to come to and just open up and to speak vulnerably to somebody, because I know the power in that. The more I breathed, the more I felt super present, because it physically puts you in the present moment. And yes, I released a lot of stored trauma that was in the unconscious mind, but as well it brought me into the present moment. And I've learned now that all we have is the present moment. If we're living in the future, if we're worried about judgment, we're living in an anxious state. And if we're living in the past, we're living in a depressive state. I was bringing up lots of things and holding that on myself. I'm not good enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. And I've realised that if I live here in this moment, in this present, by bringing myself back to the breath every now and then, I'm free. I'm just here in this moment. That's where I am.
These days, smiling.
So whatever challenge they're throwing at me, is there for me to grow, and it's as simple as that. There's two ways to look at it.
Yeah.
It's either happening to me or it's happening for me, and I choose to look at it as it's happening for me every single time, and that allows me a little bit of peace, and just to know that whatever it is, it's here for a reason, and it's here to help me grow as a human being, because without that discomfort, without that challenge, I'm just going to be here. With the challenge, I can go down and I can get up to here, you know. It's that is a perspective I always come to in the challenges. Your body will speak to you, and it will give you pain, it will give you feelings, and it's about allowing yourself to slow down and listen. And that's why we think, you know, a little bit of breath work, a little bit of meditation, so you can hear what your body is saying.
So I was dealing with pain my whole life, my whole entire life. It was just always there, probably at a 7. So it was chronic pain I was dealing with, this pain. But ever since I started doing the work with my emotional body, taking off all the emotional pain, and taking off the inflammation with breath work, it alkalizes the body, which is really good for pain. My pain's disappeared.
100%.
Completely gone. Yeah, we've got an amazing daily breathwork practice called the Call to Be Conscious Daily, and I'm sure we'll be able to tag it in the notes. But it's an amazing tool that you can use throughout the day whenever you need, if you're feeling a bit stressed or nervous.
The root of all suffering is resistance to what is. So accepting where you're at right now is the first step.
Why am I suffering? Why is this happening to me? Why am I having all of these issues in my life too? What am I going to learn from this? Why is this resistance happening? Why has this been put in front of me? How can I learn, and what can I learn from this in order to make me more stronger, more resilient, more understanding, so I can teach other people how to overcome these things as well. It's all about, it's literally as simple as that. This is happening to me, this is happening for me. Switch it, like I do. There's a window that you can literally steer directly at the sun. It's 15 minutes as it's arising, 15 minutes after it rises, and 15 minutes as it's setting. And there's no damage happening to the retina in the eye when you can look at it in this time frame, this time slot. And what it's doing is it's actually decalcifying the pineal gland. When you're looking directly at it, it vibrates the pineal, and you'll feel it, you'll physically feel it. And the pineal gland is in charge of a whole variety of spiritual excesses. So it releases the chemical called DMT, which you would have probably got a release of during the deep breath work as well. It releases DMT, and it's also in charge of all of our creativity. It allows us to see these things from a wider perspective. So the more we can do.
Oh, heartbeat in sync. Those golden days.
I always have been really entrepreneurial, always loved starting businesses. I've started like 5 businesses in my past, all failed. And it is because I put money, it was mainly money. I'd put money as the pedestal. I had to make money. And for the first time, I have put love.
A big part of that journey was letting go of these friends. And what made me let go of these friends was being more aware with myself and how these people made me feel, and how I left feeling after talking with them or connecting with them. Come back to the breath always, it's always there. It's an amazing tool. It's changed my life completely. But again, trust. The change is happening collectively, globally. It's a matter of time now, so just stay present with yourself and show yourself some love, and allow yourself to feel things if it needs to be felt.
Just sending love and remind you that you are loved.
Thank you so much, guys, and I have a present for you.
Oh,
okay, so when you go traveling, you can feel a motivation to surf. I take surfing pictures.
Amazing.
This is my Instagram, Steph surfing photos, and I paint the frames.
Wow.